we're in the US, we're in Australia, South Africa, the UAE, Cyprus, across Europe. But I think what builds confidence as well is we can turn around and say we do have a strong presence in the UK. So not only have we got the regulators from 6 different jurisdictions, right? But one of those is the FCA, sorry. And it's really important, I think, that strengthens our brand, that people also understand that. Because people are coming over here, say, from the UK, they know that, and they want to see it here when they move here, right? And not the horror stories of people investing money, losing their money in high risk products or high commission type products, etc. And that's really, really important, is that true financial planning, fee-based. If we can do it in the UK, why can't we do it around the rest of the world? And that's what I love about Hoxton. That's what they're trying to achieve.
Yeah, and this is always one of the first things I say to people when I'm describing Hoxton. I say we follow the UK example of advice, very much the golden standard, and we execute this globally. And that provides a lot of reassurance because we all know how much the FCA have cracked down in the last few years with consumer duty and other things. That does provide a lot of confidence. And also you'll see, a lot of people within the business have UK experience. And I do think whilst a lot of people are aspiring to come to Dubai, having that ground experience in the UK, particularly London, is really important. For me, when I was considering working offshore, I was kind of cancelling out the cities that I wanted to be in. So, I took a look at New York, didn't fancy it. Took a look at Hong Kong, Singapore, and of course Dubai, and really delved into, how financial advice stands in each of these jurisdictions. And whilst Dubai, as I say, the reputation's come a long way, still has a long way to go. Actually, when we look how far, when the beginning of financial advice, it's a lot younger, shall I say, than other jurisdictions.
Yeah, no, understandable. Right. You are obviously very interested in jet setting, right? International living. Is that something that's just happened, or have you always been that way? Have you always had an ambition in your mind to be working somewhere that's not in the UK?
Yeah, it's definitely always been an ambition. I'm not hugely driven by money. I'm driven by freedom, particularly when it comes to location independence. So I previously lived in Spain and Portugal. Absolutely loved my time there. Still very much have a lot of love for both countries. But ultimately, when it came down to my career, neither country was as fast paced as I had hoped, and of course the language barrier didn't help either. Whilst I did pick up a good level of both languages, it wasn't good enough to be able to fly in a career. That was when I moved back to London, and then I thought, okay, London will be my base. Quickly after 9 months, I started feeling winter, should we say?
Yeah, right.
And I think once you always have that itch, it doesn't ever go. That was kind of the drive for relocating to Dubai for the sunshine as well.
Where does that come from, though? Where do you think that came from?
Where does it come from? That's a good question. I think there are, science shows, some people genuinely are less happy, motivated, energized in winter, and I'm definitely one of those people. I'm a bit of a sun worshipper, not in the sense that I like to sunbathe all day, but if I open my curtains and the sun's out, I'm in a good mood.
Yeah. My dad suffers from that seasonal affective disorder.
SAD, yeah.
And it comes to the winter, he's terrible.
Yeah.
He's absolutely miserable. And year on year on year. And growing up, I saw it. And progressively, it does get worse because you kind of dread it.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
As the summers become less and less summer in the UK, it's having that effect. And I think over the last year and a half, especially with the change in weather within the UK, which it has been having, and I know we're classic British here talking about the weather, but man, does it play a part in your thinking?
Oh, massively. And sorry to interrupt you, Sam, but not only that, but it's in winter, when you look at the daylight hours, for me, moving to somewhere